the most common target for blame at the moment seems to be asylum seekers, people arriving in the UK seeking sanctuary. At least that's how a lot of the rhetoric, especially our government's rhetoric, is targeted.
Vast number of people are still not knowing if their claim is going to be successful or not, and are residing in the UK at taxpayers' expense.
We're spending £6 million a day on hotels.
Well, I mean, we don't agree with the idea of putting people on barges. It's not the way to treat people.
We need to end costly and inappropriate hotel use, but these plans don't do that.
If we ask ourselves, whose interest is it in for that figure to be so big? Who is profiting from that number? There is an answer to that, because asylum seeker accommodation is outsourced privately to massive contractors who get huge amounts of money in order to house people. That this is coming out not of domestic spending, but out of the UK's international aid budget. So often when you see criticism of that figure, people are saying, oh, we could be spending this money on our NHS, but we're spending it on refugees. But actually that's misleading, because the money is coming from our international aid budget, so money that is put aside already for humanitarian reasons. It's just that this figure is not as big as you might think it is compared to many other countries who host far more refugees than the UK. France, for example, hosts twice as many asylum seekers, Germany 3 times, and on a per capita level, the UK falls way down the list of comparable international aid donors. Our asylum system is set up to prevent integration, to prevent anyone from being part of the economy in a productive way until they have actually been granted refugee status. This question of integration is really important from an economic perspective as well, because how mentally well someone is contributes to how quickly they can become a happy, productive member of our society. And so the long-term economic costs from a human measure is a question that we never ask ourselves, and that's a measure that we don't have, but we need to look into. Yes, there are more people coming over in small boats, but also the bureaucratic system set up to receive them, it's not functioning, which means the people stuck in limbo and being forced to be dependent on the state as asylum seekers is increasing, because asylum seekers are not allowed to work and are not allowed to be a productive part of the economy, whatever they would like to do themselves. If you look at the direction in which it's going, the facilities are looking to become more and more hostile. The government is converting more former prisons and barracks into housing facilities, so that line between housing and detention is getting very blurred. They're also looking into putting 500 asylum seekers on a barge just off the coast, which doesn't seem hugely practical. It seems maybe more in keeping with a message of hostility and deterrence that this government is trying to push.